and gentlemen, good day and welcome to Sanjivani Paranteral Limited Q2 FY2024 earnings conference call. As a reminder, all participant lines will be in the listen-only mode, and there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions after the presentation concludes. Should you need assistance during the conference call, please signal an operator by pressing star then 0 on your touchtone phone. Please note that this conference is being recorded. I now hand the conference over to Ms. Jill Chandrani. Thank you, and over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Michelle. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Sanjivani Paranteral Limited Q2 and H1 FY24 earnings call. From the management, we have Mr. Ashwini Khemka, Chairman and Managing Director, Mr. Srivardhan Khemka, Director, and Mr. Hitesh Khuna, Chief Financial Officer. I now request the management to take us through the key opening remarks. After that, we can open the floor for question and answer session. Now I hand over the call to Mr. Ashwini Khemka for his opening remarks. Thank you, and over to you, sir.
Hi, good morning to all. And thank you, Jill. This is our first Concall and financial details of first half year. And we welcome you all. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. A very warm welcome to all of you for the Q2 and half year 24 post-results conference call of Sanjivani. Before I begin, let me mention the standard disclaimer. The presentation that we have uploaded on the stock exchange, including the interaction in this call, contains or may contain certain forward-looking statements concerning our business prospects and profitability, which are subject to some uncertainties, and actual results could differ from those in such forward-looking statements. To start with, now I hand over Srivardhan Khemka. He will give a bit background of Sanjivani.
Good morning to everybody. A brief introduction on Sanjivani. We have been taking, we are a manufacturing company having two manufacturing units, one near Mumbai and one in Dehradun. We are mainly engaged into all therapeutic areas, barring anti-cancer and hormonal therapy. We have major focus into exports, and we are present in more than 25 countries and continuously expanding. We have been taking important strategic steps in order to capitalize on available opportunities and to make our business more robust and sustainable. The macro environment remains conducive in segments we operate in, and the industry growth is optimistic. Sanjivani is agile and remains focused on optimizing the product portfolio according to market demand, and this reflects in our strongly improving operating and financial performance. While we discuss our quarterly and half-yearly performance shortly, we are seeing strong tailwinds in key segments and key geographies. We continue to invest judiciously in an attractive mix of short-term and long-term growth opportunities, and this remains the strong driving force of our business and for stakeholders. Now I will hand over to Mr. Ashwin Khemka for sharing the financial and operational highlights of the company for the quarter ended and half year.
Yes, once again, welcome. In the current quarter, our revenue grew 68% year-on-year. The growth was mainly led by expansion in new geographies along with product mix. Our EBITDA margins improved 1.5% year-on-year. EBITDA margins were at 15.1% compared to 13.6% in Q2 FY23. Showing an improvement of 150 basis points, mainly due to command and price command. Net profit of the quarter increased significantly 123% year-on-year, while PAT margins for the quarter were 12.2% as compared to 9.2% in Q2 FY23. Improvement of 300 basis points. Segment-wise performance, the revenue from injectable grew 37% year-on-year. The oral segment revenue grew 105% year-on-year, while nutraceuticals grew 104% year-on-year. The revenue mix of the quarter was 20% in domestic and 80% in exports. Within our key markets, CIS countries grew 208% year-on-year, and Middle East and Africa grew 182% year-on-year. Now coming to the financials for first half year. In the first half of 24 fiscal, our revenue grew 46% year-on-year. The growth was mainly led by product mix. Our EBITDA margins improved 1.5% year-on-year. EBITDA margins were at 15.5% compared to 18% in Q2 FY23. Net profit for the quarter grew 27% year-on-year, while PAT margins for the quarter were 12.2% as compared to 14% in Q2 FY23. Segment-wise performance, the revenue from injectable grew 22% year-on-year. The oral segment revenue grew 73% year-on-year, and nutraceuticals revenue grew 22% year-on-year. The revenue mix for first half of 24 is 19% in domestic and 81% in exports. Moving to the highlights of the first half year in first half 24, the company added 28 new products. During the first half, the company plans to add 15 products during the year 23-24 in the second half. 23 is already earlier. During the first half of 24, we entered into second half of new geographies of Central America, such as Nicaragua, Guatemala, El Salvador, and Honduras. Now let me provide you with an update of the new business development for which the team is very excited about and the company. As you all be aware that we have announced in the stock exchange the month of August that we have entered into and joint venture with Hindustan Antibiotic Limited, a public sector enterprise of Central Government of India, for manufacturing of intravenous formulation and IV sets. The plant will be set up in the premises of Hindustan Antibiotic Limited, Pimpri, Pune, Maharashtra, with a monthly capacity of 50 lakh bottles and annual capacity of more than 6 crore bottles, IV fluid bottles, and 10 lakh IV sets per month. The plant will be commissioned by Q3 of FY25. This is a tentative. And the second is, we have also entered into a JV in Czech Republic, Prague, in the month of July. We entered in Czech Republic, Prague, which will be the plant will be commissioned in November 23 and or beginning of December. This plant will be mainly for nutraceuticals marketing and entering into new geographies of Europe and Central America and Latin America. Now, I'll give the line to Jill.
We can open the floor for question and answer session.
Thank you very much, ma'am. We will now begin the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask questions may press star and 1 on their touchtone telephone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may press star and 2. Participants are requested to use only handsets while asking a question. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. The first question is from the line of Ishita Jain from Ashika Stock Broking. Please go ahead.
Hi, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Congrats on a good quarter and also congrats on your first Concall. So my first question is in terms of region-wise split of revenue. Can you give us some color on which geography is better margins for us and also or which geographies we are focusing more on versus others? Because, you know, the pie has drastically changed and the distribution has drastically changed YOY for the better. And so how would this pie change over the next couple of years?
Yeah, hi, welcome, Ishita. If you see the company's presence and the better margins we are talking about, it is the Latin market and Central America. Hello?
Yeah, okay.
Can you hear this?
Yes, I can. It's a little muted, but I can hear.
So Latin market and Central America is a market where high margins are there, and we have currently around 30 registrations in this market, and this will be increasing. Gradually, there are pipelines of more than 25 to 30 more products, which will, in year on year, is going to give us a good margin and good top line, and the presence of the company will better.
Okay, fantastic. So the pie in the next couple of years would have more share from Latin and Central America. Is that what you're saying?
Right.
Okay, excellent. My second question is for the Prague project. You mentioned that this is going to be mainly focused on manufacturing nutraceuticals. You also said that we're also marketing these nutraceuticals. So just wanted to understand what is the scope of work for the Prague line. Is it marketing focused, or is it going to be a CMO kind of a setup? Like, is it own brands, or is it manufacturing for somebody else?
This Prague project is basically for Nutra market, and Nutra has got a 5 varieties: tablets, capsules, soft gelatin, pouches, and syrups in the pouches form. We were not having presence in the European market and East European market. So here we will be having focus on the marketing as well as white label. So here, with having the facility there, so we have got access to European markets as well as some markets in Canada also. But that will, and entire Middle East. So there are no registration hassles or burden are there, so it will be for both of us. Both.
Okay, understood. If I could just squeeze in a short third question. So just cost of materials consumed has doubled YOY. Could you throw some light on it?
I'll take over that question. This year we have expanded our product portfolio, and we have entered into some products which are working on low margin as we are trying to penetrate the market. That's why the cost of material seems high, but we are optimizing our supply chain, and in the coming quarters it will improve.
Okay, got it. Thank you, gentlemen. All the best. I'll get back in the queue.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Darshit from Robo Capital. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hello. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Please proceed.
Yeah, hi. So, congrats on a good quarter. I just wanted a view on revenue and, EBITDA PAT margins going forward in the next 2-3 years, and if there is some key drivers there.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. See, as you know, we have performed well over the past 2 quarters, and we foresee to maintain the same momentum as we saw in FY2023. We are in the same line, and you will be seeing the results.
Oh.
Hello?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes, ma'am. Please proceed.
Yeah, we are done. Is there a head question? Okay.
Mr. Darshit, do you have any further questions?
No. Yeah. Thank you for doing it.
Okay. Thank you. We'll take the next question from the line of Deepak Poddar from Sapphire Capital. Please go ahead.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, first of all, sir, thank you so much for taking time out for this call. A couple of things I wanted to understand. First,
I'm sorry to interrupt, Mr. Poddar. We have lost the line for the management. Please stay connected while I try to reconnect the management. Sure. Okay. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for patiently holding. The management's line has been connected. Over to you, sir. Sir Poddar, yes, you can proceed.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay. Yep. Thank you very much, sir, for taking time out for this call. So first of all, I just wanted to understand on the opportunity we are talking about here on this JV with Hindustan Antibiotics. So we've spoken about the capacities as well as I think the first phase we are on track to commissioning by third quarter of FY25. But in terms of opportunity size, what sort of revenue and what sort of margin that this business can see, and what's the revenue potential, and what our share would be 50% since it's a JV. So some color on that would be quite helpful, sir.
Yeah. See, both our projects are very promising, and we are optimistic on the growth potential for the same. In due course of time, we will share the numbers for the same. Trust us, we will over-deliver on our commitments.
No. So I just wanted to understand in terms of rupees crores, what is the opportunity size there for us?
Right now, it is too soon and to give this data in the market.
Okay.
We will be in due course of time, but very soon we will be sharing this in second Concall when we have third quarter.
Third quarter Concall, you will share about the economics of this JV, right?
Yes.
Okay, fair enough, understood. And my second question is on your margins. Now, if I have to look at last 8-10 quarters, our margins has been quite volatile. I mean, we had done 25% margin as well, and at the lower end 13% as well. And so what is driving this volatility in our margins, and going forward, what sort of steady state margin one can work with? I mean, the kind of business we have.
Those were the last quarters which you have been talking about. Those were COVID times. So wherein the company demands were high, so margins were good, changing and all. But our margins, what we have been showing on, it will be stabilizing within by this year end, and we are on the growth path only. And our geographies we have entered new geographies, wherein in the first answer I have said it, the Latin and Central America we will be having a very good presence, which will be taking care of the bottom line in a nicer way.
Okay. So basically this 15-16% margin we are currently seeing, right? So that is a steady state margin, and it will going to improve because of your entry into this new market that you just
mentioned. Good things are happening for the company, and we are all hopeful that our stakeholders will be having a good time to come.
Fair enough. I got it. I think that's it from my side. All the very best to you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. A reminder to all the participants, anyone who wishes to ask questions may press star and 1. We'll take the next question from the line of Varun Mehta from WealthLink Investments. Please go ahead.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Please proceed.
Yeah, and first of all, I would like to congratulate the management for turning around the company. And a very remarkable story, I think.
Thank you.
So basically, I wanted to understand on this Parag thing, the investment, how much investment we are making there, and what is suppose you're not getting the numbers or something, it's too early for you, but anything on the margin front, if you can just share some idea on that, and what kind of returns we are expecting on our investments there.
Yeah. Can you come back to the question again, because
Yeah, so I basically wanted to understand on the Parag investment, what we are doing, the plant there. So what is the investment we are looking to do there, and what is the return on investment we are, an idle range we are looking from that?
See, the investment in Parag project is very less compared to this, and it is around $600,000 to $800,000 from our side. And the revenue potential is very high. And those we are expecting it, and again, those numbers and all the details will be there with you after the Q3 results.
And going forward, the company is quite sure of being debt free, so we won't be taking any more debt. And so
currently we are not in the projections. In third quarter we will come back with that, with our HL JV coming into picture. We will see and tell the details.
All right. And any investment you're looking from some partners or some investments by the promoter in the company to do all this basically the capital expenditure we are looking?
Yeah, capital we are looking into it, but we will come back to this on very soon on this.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Before we take the next question, a reminder to all the participants, you may press star and 1 to ask questions at this time. We'll take the next question from the line of Vaibhav from Honesty and Integrity Investments. Please go ahead.
Hi sir, thanks for the opportunity and congratulations for the remarkable turnaround of the company.
Thank you.
I just want to know a few things. So first of all, as of now, I'm not talking about the Hindustan Antibiotic JV or Bragg JV, but as of now, in terms of capacity utilization, what is our utilization as of now, say for the last quarter, and what is the maximum that we can reach?
So I'll take that question. Thank you for the congratulations. So our injectable unit, we are operating at around 70% capacity, and our oral solid unit, we are operating at 40%. Going forward, we plan to increase the capacity utilization at the oral solid plant. The injectable, we are not focused on going higher than 75, as it is not advisable to expand capacities in injectable units, as that leads to problems in regulations. Currently, there are a lot of outsourcing capacities available at other plants, and we are catering to our demands using those facilities at very discounted rates.
Oh, got it. Understand. And in terms of exports, we have seen, as per the presentation you have given, the exports to Middle East have kind of jumped a lot. So if you help us understand what are the key reasons that we have seen such a sharp jump in export to Middle Eastern countries like Jordan, Iran, and all those kind of places situated in the Middle East, and do you think that they will get affected because of what is happening in the Middle East currently?
See, those markets we have expanded recently. These markets are very high demand markets, and it takes time to break into these markets. So we were in process to enter these markets since last 3-4 years. Finally, it has cracked, and our product portfolio is growing in these markets. Regarding the war situation, it is bound to impact the market, the geography in a certain way, but we expect demand to keep rising, as we have seen that in war zones usually there is a lot of demand for medicine, as there is a lot of casualty and injury.
And this success in terms of this thing, is it are most of our exports is government driven? I mean, is some kind of government agency procuring our product, or there are private parties who are procuring from us?
See, this our orders, we have our authorized distributors and long-term partners in various countries, with whom we are dealing for more than 10 years. So on our behalf, they participate in the government tenders in the respective countries. Directly, we do not participate because there are so many hassles are there, timelines, penalties, and all those things. So they take care of this. Okay, got it.
And then lastly from my side, so earlier in the cycle, say from 2012-13 to 2018, company has faced a lot of problems, a lot of issues. So if you can help us understand what are the 2 or 3 learnings from that phase, and what are the things that you would like to avoid in future, so that we can understand the future path better?
Yeah, this we can answer offline in detail if you have this question. So it will be, or you can write to us and we will reply you on that, and you can fix up a time with our PR, and they will connect with me and will explain you in detail on this subject.
Okay, no problem. That's it from my side, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Participants who wishes to ask questions may please press star and 1 on their touchtone phone now. We'll take the next question from the line of Pranav Shah, an individual investor. Please go ahead. Mr. Shah, I have unmuted your line. Kindly proceed. I'm sorry, Mr. Shah, we are not able to hear you. Kindly unmute yourself and speak. Mr. Shah, I will request you to kindly rejoin the queue as we are unable to hear you. Participants who wishes to ask questions may please press star and 1. Ladies and gentlemen, as there are no further questions, on behalf of Sanjivani Paranteral Management, that concludes this conference. We thank you for joining us, and you may now disconnect your lines. Thank you. Thank you, members of the management.